3, 2, 1. Yay!
You wanted it.
It's so nice. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us this week. Today we're going to be reviewing Edge of Tomorrow, another Tom Cruise sci-fi.
You say
Spoiler alert!
No. You say another.
It was good.
Like it's a bad thing.
It was good.
It was good.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't
It was good.
Don't start
It was
off
good.
like it wasn't bad.
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
So basically, the plot of the movie is a reluctant soldier that gets pushed into a war.
Well, not reluctant.
I'm not
saying
as
reluctant
much as
soldier.
a coward.
Coward.
Yeah, he was a coward.
And then he just wakes up and relives the same day, day after day after day. The day restarts when he gets killed.
Whoa, are we telling people this?
No, that's just the plot of the movie. That's not a spoiler. That
is a spoiler.
That's how the movie was advertised.
Do they say that he relives the day every day?
Yes, because
I've seen the trailer that doesn't say anything about that.
Yeah.
If you're sure about this, I have nothing to do with this. I didn't say anything. Hey, can we talk about Doug Liman?
Doug Liman directed it, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. What about Doug Liman?
I'm a huge
Let's
fan of Doug
hear about
Liman.
Doug Liman.
I'm a huge fan of Doug Liman's like independent style to filmmaking. I love that he does crazy things like shoot without permits, and I love his filmmaking style of like studios will give him X amount of money and say achieve above and beyond what you can with that budget, only because he's like an independent filmmaker who works with studio money. And I love this film. There, I'm done. Hey,
Doug Liman,
okay.
obviously, is responsible for the Bourne series.
The Bourne series, well,
The
the Swingers,
Bourne
Bourne, Jumper,
Jumper.
Fair Game, which nobody mentioned.
I don't know
because
why
it
you're
was an
mentioning
independent
Jumper.
film.
Yeah, just
Why?
mention the good ones.
Jumper was okay.
Let's just ignore Jumper.
It was. We just watched 22 jumps.
Sidestep Jumper.
Jumper's fine.
Okay, Doug Liman, Bourne
Doug Liman,
Identity.
Liman.
Swingers.
Swingers, yeah.
He directed
that
the
was his
song,
first.
starring Tom
big
Cruise,
feature.
Emily Blunt. It's a return to Tom Cruise's form in terms of I'm a megastar, me and
Oh,
Sci-Fi.
that's why he's a superstar.
We
yeah,
get
definitely.
along,
Yeah.
and in general, I'm entertaining. And Emily Blunt, you know, like English Rose, I don't give a shit about you if you're a man type personality. And she plays that to a T here because she has a kind of nice role. I mean, it's very Asian influence.
Yeah. Because Edge of Tomorrow is based on All You Need Is Skill. It's a Japanese manga. You have to
Where did
say
we
it.
see that
You
coming
have to say it. Because the truth is, you know, we've been waiting to see Hollywood take on some Japanese
Concepts,
materials, yes,
stories.
concept stories, you know,
Style.
and do it justice. And for the first time, you're like, damn, well done, Hollywood. Well done, Doug Liman.
Yeah, Doug Liman. Let's just say.
Yeah, because
This is a Hollywood film.
it's a Hollywood
And that's
film.
the best part, because I mean they've taken a story that from this market, this Asian, culture, and they made it good.
They made
They
it.
came through,
Doug
like
Liman.
they sort of
Doug
even
Liman.
the mecha, because there's a mecha influence.
Yeah,
in it.
there
I
is
mean,
like an influence.
the robots.
Oh, yeah,
you
there
don't
is,
like
yeah,
robots,
yeah.
and
Yeah, he doesn't like sci-fi, and all of a sudden he comes out and he's like, I love this movie.
It was a great film.
Yeah.
I walked in. I was really reluctant to be like, like I said, first I had to put on those 3D glasses, which are horrific.
okay. Question.
Second of all, yeah,
Other than Doug,
Liman.
and that's it.
I'm heading into.
What did
that.
you like about?
Well, I'm saying I hated the 3D glasses.
No.
I sat down and
No,
I was
we
like,
said
I'm-
his initial.
I'm,
His initial.
I'm gonna sit down and watch Emily Blunt, which is right? But then you have like Tom Cruise. I'm like, I really don't want to watch Oblivion.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yes.
Again,
I don't.
And then I sat down in the first 10 minutes of the film. I was like, snap. This is gonna be good. I'm really gonna enjoy this, and I did. I totally forgot it was Tom Cruise.
What did you enjoy?
And you know what's cool with this kind of story is that whose badass character from the get-go is the female character. Like normally we would have like a badass male sergeant or whoever that
And she kind of takes charge of him.
yeah, she takes she's the one in charge.
Which is nice. It's a nice twist to always a story. Because
And-
they never do that really in big Hollywood.
Yeah, and you know, Emily Blunt really plays it well. You know, because like her opening scene in the film, you're like, damn, she's doing this. She has a sword that's bigger than herself, and she's dragging it on the floor. But then she just comes in and it's just all action, and it's just so well done. And you see Tom Cruise kind of in a way that you don't expect to see him.
That's what I liked about him. You know that whole short, like small torso, always taking my phone, Mission Impossible thing. It really didn't happen this time, and I really enjoyed that. Like for me, that was a big part of why I enjoyed that film. It's totally different to the I'm Tom Cruise megastar Top Gun situation. It was like I'm a coward and I'll do anything to get out of the situation, and then he had to do it anyway. But it was a really good story. And then what I liked about it as well, they didn't do this whole big backstory about the aliens and why they did what they did and where they came from. It was simply like, look, you have what we want. They were like bullies. You have what we want, we're gonna take it from you because we're stronger than you. And then Tom Cruise proved them wrong.
It's an epic story, but it's very condensed.
It is.
It's very condensed, and that's what kind of makes it good, because there isn't any need to over-explain things. And it doesn't get like too complicated, even though it's a movie that's just like a time lapse.
Hollywood's doing that, like the studios. Well, I'm gonna say the studios, but directors. I'm gonna specify to directors because. And maybe we should credit Hollywood, because we always blame Hollywood when it's a bad film. So maybe we should credit them when it's a good film. But I know, like, for example, Earthquake, Will Smith. Oh no, the movie caused an earthquake. It was so good. What was it called? After. That film was just too much money for no reason. Now something like American Hustle, I know it's a totally different film, but American Hustle was like this big Oscar film,
you actually bring up
big
a good
studio
point,
film.
because this is the main thing for me with this film, because it was a blockbuster. Right? It is a blockbuster.
It is a blockbuster.
But when you think about all the scenes they had to,
it took place in the same like location,
and all that money that they pumped into that, and it just fit into the small story and made it that much better.
It was intimate, like it's an intimate little show. Like that's what I was saying about the American Hustle story, where it's like it's this big Oscar film, it's this big studio film, it's this big, well maybe not a studio film, but it's this big Oscar film. Like, and when you hear about it, all the marketing behind it is like, oh, big American Hustle, all these big celebrities, and you go in and it's literally within a few rooms. The thing is shot within a few rooms, and you feel it's so intimate, but it's a big Hollywood whatever. It was nice. It was nice to see that.
And like with this film, it didn't even feel that repetitive for something that's starting over and over and over.
You know, I have to give some credit to for that. Is it
Bill Paxton. Bill
Paxton. Like when it comes to seeing him over and over again in the same scene, like this dude, like he's wholesome. He's like soul food for the film.
Yeah, he's classic. He's classic Hollywood.
What was surprising for me was when you look at the shots of it, when you read what's the story about, it just seems like it's gonna be an action drama epic, and then it's funny.
Yeah, it is. It's very funny.
It's very funny. And Tom Cruise, he really played the comedy well.
That's what I'm saying. For me, this is why Tom Cruise is a megastar. Films like this is why he's a megastar, and not like things like Oblivion, where he's trying to go indie sci-fi. It's this is the film
indie sci-fi. That's exactly what they were trying to do. This is the indie sci-fi.
And Kate Mara as well.
Mara.
Sorry, I just wanted to bring that up. I was thinking about it earlier today. That's got nothing to do with this film.
No glue. You just threw a name.
I didn't. There's no spoiler. That's not a spoiler.
Okay. Any other positives you can come up?
Strong points. I think the casting of Emily Blunt was spot on for this. Like it's crazy, because I mean I've seen previous roles with her, and she always has this constant like this. She has a powerful thing about her. Not like I don't want to say Kate Moss right now, but I mean like she knows how to dominate men in a scene. And not physically, but I mean she comes
she can hold her own. She has screen presence. And you don't see her
charisma.
Yeah, that's a good word. It's kind of like if we had to have a cussing contest with her, she'd win.
I don't know about that.
No, her FU would be 10 times better than my FU.
Well, yours and his maybe.
But yeah, no, I like the casting of Emily, because she's strong in this, and it gave her like an outlet, because in terms of action, like see her in more action films after this.
You're speaking about that, and brings up another good point for me. Sex sells. Nowhere in the film. Great stuff. Like again, short torso didn't show up at all. I mean, there's this little sexy thing she had going on, but I think it was her whole character that was a bit kind of mysterious, dark, sexy bad girl kind of thing. But they didn't really play into that, and they didn't play into the aliens, and they didn't waste time with things that didn't matter.
You know why? You know why? You just gotta thank Japan for that.
Who? What does Japan have to do with this? Why does everyone have to go Asian?
Any other negatives?
No,
we didn't even say anything negative. No negative points.
It was a really good film.
Wait, do you really want negative?
What's your
I
name?
know I don't want to say it actually.
Wow.
Come on, say it.
No. Just not
Tell us.
Say it, nigga. I want to say it like.
Tell us,
No.
Charles.
I wanted some of the supporting characters to be given more life, to be given more screen presence. Obviously, they didn't have such a big role, but I wanted them to come across as though they
Oh,
were
I remember that.
important.
Oh yes.
I remember we had spoke about this, and
Yes.
my one negative was, now I remember, was the supporting cast
Yeah.
wasn't really as good for me. Like it just
Yeah,
they
they-
came off like they were acting,
Yeah.
but then maybe again because they were put right next to Tom Cruise.
And Emily
So
Blunt
maybe,
and
yeah.
Bill Paxton.
Well, they weren't with Emily Blunt most of the
Oh,
time,
yes,
but they were
yes,
with Tom
yes.
Cruise. And for me, maybe it's that, maybe it is, but for me, they weren't strong enough. They came off like they were acting. So that was maybe that's the one negative.
Yeah, that. It's
And that's a small negative, really.
Yeah, it's
They
tiny.
came
Tiny.
through.
Tiny.
They
That's a
came through
very
like
small
we
thing.
loved them when.
Yeah.
So
I would
watch it
definitely get the
in
DVD.
cinema again, buy the DVD, rent it, watch it on TV for free, never watch it again.
Now there's 6.
Now it's 5.
I'm
Okay.
buying the DVD.
I would watch it again in cinema, and then I would buy the DVD, and then I wouldn't rent it because nobody rents DVDs anymore.
Netflix
watch it on
rented,
TV.
Netflix rented.
I mean, not from the stores,
Netflix.
but nobody goes to like DVD. No, hardly anybody.
I'm saying
goes to
Netflix.
People buy DVDs because I rent DVDs.
I'm saying Netflix.
I'm saying
I'm saying
rent a
Netflix.
DVD,
You
so
know,
I wouldn't
you
rent
don't
it.
go
rent
Netflix
the
on the
DVD.
computer.
If you didn't buy it,
So I guess
if you didn't watch
Stream
it at the
I guess
online
I get the rating
for free.
system now. Like we're speaking on behalf of all of you. Like imagine there's like an audience out there watching this. Okay, I get it. I would buy the DVD.
I definitely go and watch it in the cinema again.
Well, I'm getting the DVD because I
Yeah.
know, like, when it's time to bring people up to my house, like, hey, have some drinks, watch a movie. It's
Tom
gonna
Cruise.
be there. It's
Emily
gonna be
Blunt.
there. Like, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, well, thank you for watching this episode. If you want to follow us, then we each have our Twitter handles. Maybe not so much, but thank you for paying attention, and please come watch us again.
I know right now when you're looking at this, you might not be like, understand what he's saying because you don't understand me because sometimes I get too deep for y'all. But I understand myself. And I understand. And you have to understand that when you move forward and you take it in time, that sometimes you gotta do it right. And with me, you do it right 99% of the time, baby. That's right, baby. Baby. I put it down like a chicken wing. I hit it down like a new spring. I had it down from this ride. I had it time cause you're so bright. Sobriety, that's what I'm saying. Sober. Are you sober? I don't know if you're sober, but I know one thing's true. I'm sober, please. Please.